For 22 years, Aim for SEVA has done something wonderful. They have turned funding and support into education, and they have directed that where it's needed most and will have the greatest impact. This may seem like a little thing, but for these children, it changes everything. For a rural child in India, getting the gift of an education means they have a bright future. This gift can completely transform the life of a child. And this is what your gifts through Aim for SEVA have done for more than 1,000 children. You have given the gift of education to children all over India.
भारतदेशहिताय भरतादि महामति सेवित भारतदेशहिताय
भरतादि महामति सेवित भारतदेशहिताय
भरतादि महामति सेवित
भारतदेशहिताय कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां
आसे तु हिमाचल वनगिरिजन संरक्षणाय वनगिरिजन संरक्षणाय वनगिरिजन संरक्षणाय आसे तु हिमाचल वनगिरिजन संरक्षणाय वनगिरिजन संरक्षणाय वनगिरिजन संरक्षणाय
आयुरारोग्यविवर्धनाय
धर्म संस्थापनाय शोभा निवारणाय सुभिक्ष परिप्रापणाय दीनजन उद्धारणाय कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां कुरु सेवां कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां
भारतदेशहिताय भरतादि महामति सेविता भारतदेशहिताय भरतादि महामति सेविता कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां
With studios in Canada, the UK, and as far away as Australia, these performers literally dance around the world. Bringing together the hottest trends and talents of Desi fusion dance, this performance school finds its voice by mixing both their South Asian and Canadian roots. The sole mission is to bring cultural experiences to the stage, specializing in performances that have roots in traditional Bollywood, semi-classical, and Western disciplines. And their work has resulted in collaborations with CBC, Hum, Sony, Disney, among many others. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Bollywood Dance School to the stage.
तक तड़क भड़क दिल धड़क धड़क गया अटक अटक ना माना लटक गई रे उलझ गए कैसे कोई हट गया मन से लिपट अनजाना वो नील अंग सा रूप रंग ले संग समाधि प्रेम भंग अंग अंग फिर मन में दंग और दर बदंग मैं संग संग और गाना मुरली की धुन सुर राधिके मुरली की धुन सुर राधिके मुरली की धुन सुन राधिके धुन सांस सांस में बुन के धुन सांस सांस में बुन के कर दे प्रेम का प्रीत का मोह का शगुन
She is a senior manager at a Big Five bank and values the importance of education to frame a child's future. A volunteer of Aim for SEVA for 8 years and an active member of the Young Professionals Group, her motto is Love, Laugh, Pray. He is a globally renowned leader, author of many books, holds a mathematical engineering degree and an MBA, and has been inducted into the Canadian Speakers Hall of Fame. He is best known for his work on the 10-80-10 principle. Please welcome our hosts for the 22nd Aim for SEVA Gala, Sanjay Nath and Jyoti Gupta.
Good evening. Excellent. Excellent.
Was that actually you on the video up there, Sanjay?
That picture?
Yeah.
Why? Are you saying I look old?
No, you actually look young there, my friend.
Oh, it's going to be one of those evenings.
Yeah,
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 22nd annual Aim for SEVA Gala.
एम फॉर सेवा के 22nd एनुअल गैला में आपका स्वागत है. नमस्ते. मेरा नाम ज्योति गुप्ता है.
And my name is Sanjay Nath. We get to serve as your ambassadors of fun this evening, and I assure you it's going to be an amazing evening for this one particular reason. You see, the attention to detail into putting an event like this is amazing, but your planning committee has gone above and beyond. In fact, when I look at the script here, it actually says right here, it says, every time either MC says the word fun, the entire audience will spontaneously erupt into thunderous ovations and clapping. Let's try it. Fun. This is going to be a fun night.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun, right? Woo! Awesome. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Awesome. We would like to first of all thank Bollywood Dance School Canada for that mesmerizing fusion extravaganza. Truly an electrifying invocation-style performance that seamlessly weaves together the rich tapestry of traditional Indian folk styles, including the graceful Kathak and Bharatnatyam, all beautifully fused with contemporary elements. So thank you so much for that lovely performance.
Excellent. And this is the first time in the 22-year history of the gala that we're having on a Friday night. Why is that? Because after we're done celebrating and saying thank you, we're going to have our dancing shoes and we're going to dance the night away with DJ Baba Khan. Woo! And have fun. And have fun.
Awesome. So next, we have first of the two videos we have for you tonight. Now, when you support Aim for SEVA, you know the money goes toward education of a child. And then there's much more. There's more children that are educated. It impacts their family and also people in the rural villages. But the story you're about to see, you're actually going to see your gift making a much bigger impact. So let's look at this impactful video.
It is highly valuable. You take it wherever you go. It can't be stolen or taken away by anyone. It opens many doors. It breaks down barriers. It is the foundation of all progress and growth. Education, it is the gift that lights up the world. When a child is given the opportunity to learn, it opens their minds to endless possibilities and their hearts to giving back to society. This is what this story is all about. Today, as the sun comes up in the state of Tripura, two cousins are hard at work to change things for other children in their village.
मेरा नाम खुम्बा है, मैं त्रिपुरा से आई हूँ। मैं यहाँ एम फॉर सेवा की स्टूडेंट हूँ और अभी मैं फिलहाल अपनी गांव में बच्चों को पढ़ाती हूँ।
Saijo and Kumba's amazing story of change began when they came to live at one of Aim for SEVA's many hostels. Coming to Aim for SEVA meant they entered a world full of hope and possibilities, allowing them to see a bright new future for themselves. Thanks to Aim for SEVA, these first-generation learners not only excelled in academics, they became physically fit, morally grounded, emotionally intelligent, and more enlightened about the world around them.
जब हम M4 सेवा के छठले में आए थे तब हमें बहुत सारा नया नया चीज देखने के लिए मिला है जैसे कंप्यूटर है और लाइब्रेरी है प्लेग्राउंड है बहुत कुछ हमें यहाँ से मिला है
As a result of the growth these young women achieved, they decided to start their own school, the Green Valley Learning Center, back in their village, providing the gift of education to many more children. Empowered and determined to help end the cycle of poverty and educational disparity for rural children in India, Saijo and Kumba are helping more and more children complete their education. These rural children will now get a minimum of a primary education.
It is only education that can solve everything. If we are educated and if we know our rights, then we know how to deal or how to demand what we need. If we don't know anything, then we will not know how to even ask.
हमारे पूज्य स्वामी जी का कहना है कि हमारे हिंदुस्तान के बच्चे को जो शिक्षा नहीं मिल पा रही है उनको शिक्षा मिलने का अधिकार है
By giving the gift of education to rural kids in India, you have become a participant in the power of change. Your gift has transformed the lives of not just children, but entire villages. You are a change maker. Aim for SEVA has flourished because of your generous funding and continued support. We are eternally grateful for the gift you have given to lift these children up, investing in their future and bringing sustainable change to this critical cause. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you, Aim for SEVA, for the gift of education.
We would now like to welcome the visionary behind this wonderful organization, Dr. Terry Papneja, founder and creator of Aim for SEVA Canada. Terry, who came from humble beginnings, calls himself an accidental Canadian and an accidental dentist, who now owns a large dental clinic in partnership with others. At an early age, while living in India, Terry saw poverty firsthand, as many students came from huts in nearby villages. Those images of the poor students have long stayed with him, and he's always looked for an opportunity to give back. He went on to establish a school and sponsor children from nearby villages. In 2002, he met with Swami Dayananda Saraswati and started Aim for SEVA Canada. And as they say, the rest is history. His leadership and dedication have made an incredible impact. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Terry Papneja.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You all look so stunning and we are so excited for tonight. Aim for SEVA Galas are just like festivals for us where we celebrate the donors' generosity as well as we celebrate the students' accomplishment. And plus we will give you the report card what we have achieved with your donated funds. So welcome. We saw such a great transformation. In the video movies we saw. Those girls, they studied in Aim for SEVA hostel for a few years in their schooling. And then they went on to do the undergraduate degree. One of them did the teacher's training, other did the Master of Commerce. That is the outcome of your sponsorship. Only for 10 years you can transform the life like that. Now look at this. They not only got the education, they got the morals and think beyond their own life. So they worked for a year as a teacher in the same school in the Khategaon. And then they decided to open a school in the village. So that's their journey. So in the month of December, we were there in India in Khategaon for the inauguration of the school project. So both the girls traveled 15 hours just to meet me. And when I met them, I was so amazed with their courage, their determination, their clarity of purpose. And I was shocked when they said that they have opened a school in the village. After working only 1 year, they realized they have a higher purpose in life, just to go out and educate those children who will not have the education otherwise. And they had come to ask for funding so they can open a proper school there. And when they went to the village, this is their school. 1 second, let me get you the slide.
I don't think his thing is working. So maybe you should move.
Huh?
There we go.
1 second. So, ladies and gentlemen, look at the screen. This is the school. In the village, in the rural villages, there are no rooms, there are no buildings. But look at the courage of these two young ladies. They said, we're going to go start the school and we will continue to seek the funding till the time we open a school there. Their goal is to open a school 200 to 300 children to serve their village and the surrounding villages. And that's priceless. I thought that may help over the years hundreds of children education. So if you look at its power of education, when you give a gift, who benefits? So it's the donors as well as the recipient, both are benefiting. Act of service is a giving time, money, and the knowledge. We lose ourselves in the greater good. When we serve others, we grow as well at the same time. That's the beauty of the service. There is one word which may serve as a rule of practice for all one's life. Reciprocity. Quote Confucius. This is a very profound idea. If you look at it, what we bless, it blesses us in return. That blessing grows in power and potential over time and continues to grow. And you are all part of that timeless reciprocity. It's same thing as educating one child will go on till perpetuity. Hundreds of children will be educated through that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd ask for your courtesy and your attention here. Dr. Papneja is sharing some heartwarming stories, and we would love for your full attention. That would be wonderful. Thank you.
I guess people are still socializing, but that's okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 22nd year of our fundraising, and we have done phenomenal together with your help. So, give yourself a big hands of applause. We have built a network of thousands of students to be served in the future years. It is all result of, it's a global funding for Aim for SEVA. Funds are raised all over the world. We have 139 projects in India, all across the India. But Toronto has done the most contribution. Look at this, Toronto has raised $12.3 million, 29 hostels, 2.6 million pledges from Family Foundation. And last year we sponsored 717 children. That's remarkable. So it's all credit to you. Hostel is a center of our activity, because our focus is to educate children from the remote villages where there are no schools and there are no roads. So those children have no opportunity. So in order to educate them, we bring them into the bigger cities and town, and for that we build the hostels. Hostel is a home away from home, where we are not only going to provide them the basic thing, the schooling, they learn the values, the leadership skills, sports activities, a wholesome development in 7 years from grade 6 to grade 12. After that, they go on to university or do the vocational training. And that's how they become the financially independent. Just like you saw the example of Sejo and Kumbha. If you donate a hostel, thus you're leaving a legacy, which hostel buildings should last 100 years or more. Imagine 1,000 children at least will grow up there and will call it as a home. And the cost of the hostel is 370,000. Two people can donate together, or two family members can donate. You can pay an installment also. So tonight we are going to talk more about the sustainability also. Building a hostel is one part of the equation, but the other part of the equation is creating sustainable ongoing support for the children. And for that, we have a child sponsorship, we have a scholarships, and another one is a family foundation. Foundation is a good idea where the investment money remains here in Canada. 4% of the investment income you give to the charity, Aim for SEVA, and rest of the income can be reinvested. So give you an example, if you have a $1 million family foundation, in 20 years it will become $2 million foundation. At the same time, you are educating, supporting 60 children every year after a year. So your funds are growing as well as you are supporting 60 children. And 40 years it becomes a $4 million. Just something to think about it. Just to give you an idea how precious our volunteers are, what excellent human beings they are, how committed they are. Because of them, we are able to send all 100% of the donated funds for children as well as the hostel building to the India. This Gala, if you look at it, is all self-funded. All our entertainment, decoration, stage, everything is paid by the volunteers. So the volunteers pay not only in time and knowledge, they donate the money also. And the beauty of it, in Canada, nobody is on the payroll for Aim for SEVA. It's totally volunteer run. It's the volunteers' commitment, professionalism, and they always give their best. Every year, we highlight one of the volunteers. This year, we highlight Shalini Chandra. Shalini gets involved in every aspect of the organization. Not only that, every event she will play the key roles on it. And she always keeps commitment to Aim for SEVA ahead of her personal need. Recently, she was in holidays in Florida, and yet she was attending the virtual meetings and tending the emails. So thank you, Shalini. Good work. Mahatma Gandhi once said, if you want to find yourself, first lose yourself in the service of others. And we do have an Aim for SEVA to make it more sustainable and work for it. So, ladies and gentlemen, work hard for the Aim for SEVA. Now, this is the project, Khategaon Hostel and the school project. This December last year, 5 of us went there for the inauguration to India. This is all these buildings, most of it is constructed by the $2 million donation by Mr. Inder Sharma. We constructed 50,000 square feet in $2 million. So that's around $40 per square foot, general construction as well as the interior finish. So now I would like to introduce a gentleman who has become an integral part of AIM for SEVA's future. In the video you will see Mr. Mike Lakhani will show you about the project, as well as tell us about how we can endure so thousands of children can be supported years to come. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the evening and welcome.
Going back 10 years ago when Terry and I first met, within about a couple of weeks after that introduction, he says, I just got a farmer who's donated 4 acres of land. This was obviously just a bare piece of land. So we started building the hostel and the school. It took us about a year and a half, 2 years to get this up. We had 50 girls to begin with, and Terry and I went to visit it again. Then we noticed this thing has got potential, but it needs a lot more work than what we've done already. We need the right facilities here. More so than anything else, we need good teachers that can actually live here and help out. Terry and I worked for about 2 years with Inder Sharma. Terry connected with a really good architect, Banu Pratap Sharma, who was actually a dean at the Architecture College in Toronto, and he did a phenomenal job. Terry and I were just there last December. We started with 50 girls, now we have 400 girls there. We got all the facilities that students would ever want. The playgrounds, they got the libraries, the computer classrooms they need. It's as good as any well-run school here in North America. But here's the amazing part. When we were there last December, every one of those girls spoke fantastic English. We had a whole event for the afternoon where all the girls presented at different ages on the stage. And when I looked at the standard and the professionalism they had in what they did and the joy they got out of it was mind-blowing. The most amazing thing was to see, call it the happiness of the kids, how content they looked and how happy they looked, and the parents, how happy they were, the kids were getting the opportunity they were. And now, we want to kind of take it the next phase. The biggest issue is not building it and getting it going, is to make it sustainable so that the funds are always available for these girls to rely on. So I've been looking at the endowment funds like Harvard University. What they typically do is set up a fund. The interest from that fund will be going towards the education cost. In our case, we want the funds coming in to maintain these schools and pay for the expenses as an ongoing thing. In fact, when Inder Sharma donated the $2 million, he got a commitment from me to match it. But I want to do it in a different way. I want to create an endowment fund to match him so that interest will help towards maintaining the school. This endowment fund is going to play a huge role. It's well run, audited, it's independently run, and we're going to keep the funds in Canada, and the return from the funds will be going there as needed on a regular basis. But what I'm telling Terry is for the other 28 plus hostels that he has, you got the same issue here. Let's look for a way for these schools. I mean, Terry just celebrated 21 years doing this. What a foundation. We can keep going and take it to the next level. We all know what education is going to do for these kids for their futures.
Look at the impact your gift and your donations is making in the lives of so many children. Thank you so much, Terry Uncle, for that inspirational message and showing everybody exactly what is the change that AIM for SEVA is making in the life of students in India. And thanks also to Mr. Lakhani for sharing how we can actually contribute and make a difference in India as well. That being said, you can also make a difference in the life of students like Saijo and Kumba. And you could do that by actually bidding on many of those items out in the silent auction room or on your apps by bidding right through your phone. Back on famous demand or popular demand, we have the Trade Winds Villa. I'm not sure if anybody has heard of it before, but I personally had an opportunity to visit Tradewinds Villa a couple of years ago, and I can promise you it is an experience of a lifetime. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the Tradewinds Villa. And if my husband is listening to this message, this is his cue to bid.
It is a 7-star spectacular gem of a property. The location is amazing. It's facing the ocean. The property itself, it can have like 4 to 5 couples, so 8 to 10 people. It is so big, yet it is so cozy. The attention to detail is just out of the world. It has got a huge infinity pool. The service is fantastic. We even have a private chef over there who caters to all our individual and even gluten-free needs. It's definitely number 1 on my list. You all have to really bid on this property because friends and family, you will love to go there. You will just lose yourself because it's a heavenly place, it's a spectacular place, and it's divine to be there.
Well, as you can see, it's 7-star.
Woohoo! 1 million, 2 million.
Sanjay.
I'm in.
Sanjay, what are you doing?
I'm bidding. I'm trying to have some fun.
Okay, let's get with the program, Sanjay. That's not how you bid. This is, I don't know which century anymore. Well, let me tell you how you can bid on Tradewinds Villa or many other items as well. As you can see, there's a table number on each table. On that, you will see a QR code. So bidding is very simple. Scan the QR code with your phone camera. You just have to take a minute to create a profile for yourself and just bid. Really, it's just that simple. So Sanjay, it's just like going to a restaurant and ordering your food through the QR code and then just paying for it. It's just that simple. So welcome back to the current century.
All right, thank you. I've got it. And let's not forget, too, about the raffles.
Yes.
There are raffles. There are only 2,000 tickets being sold, so the chances of winning are quite high. There are 3 prizes. A third prize, it's all travel. Third prize is 2 round-trip economy tickets anywhere in Canada, valued at $1,500. Thank you to our sponsor for that, which is Right at Home Mississauga Home Care. The second prize, valued at $2,500, is 2 economy round-trip tickets to Florida, donated by OM Financial Inc., valued at $2,500. And the first prize, valued at $4,000, donated by Dr. Amrish Shrivastava, is a trip for 2 economy tickets to India or Europe. Now, does that sound like fun? You're a little slow on the uptake. But I want to remind people why we are here. And first of all, those tickets will be on sale for the next half an hour or so. And I do want to remind people why we're here, telling you a quick little story about a little boy that went to the town wise man holding an apple and saying, "How many seeds are in the apple?" At which point, the wise man cut open the apple and started to count with the child and taught him to count. And when they were done, the wise man said, "You asked me how many seeds are in the apple." And he gave him a seed and he asked the boy, he said, "How many apples are in the seed?" And the boy was kind of perplexed and he said, "If you go take this seed and plant it, it will turn into an apple tree. It will give you lots of apples, will give you a lot more seeds, which will give you a lot more apples." Aim for SEVA is about that. It's about teaching children who teach children and creating a very wide and far-reaching ripple effect. The cornerstone of how they do that is through their sponsorship, their donation scholarships. And they work like this. There are 3 of them. We call them 510, 1010, and 2010. As mentioned earlier, they're all 10-year markers, and that is the duration. The 510 is 5 students for 10 years, the 1010 is 10 students for 10 years, and the 2010 is 20 students for 10 years. We believe in 10 years because that is sustainability, longevity, and completely life-changing. If you are interested, the 510 scholarship is 5 years, pardon me, 10 years, 5 students, and it's a cost of $3,000 yearly. For those involved that have helped with the 10-10 scholarship, that is 10 students for 10 years, and the cost of that is $6,000 a year. And finally, the 2010 is helping 20 students at a time for the 10-year commitment, and the total sponsorship on that is $12,000 per year. If you're doing the math at home, that's less than $1.65 a day per child.
That's less than the cost of a coffee a day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Less than a cup of coffee. And if it's a Starbucks, you could donate, 17 kids all at once. So I'm going to direct your attention to the screens. We're going to hear from Pooja, who is a 2010 donator, and she's going to talk to her experience about that.
The 2010 scholarships from the very beginning enticed me a lot. What really appeals to me about this kind of sponsorship is the sustainability of donations and being able to spread your money out so you don't have to give it all at once. You have years to do it, and yet you are committed. The 2010 scholarship is very sustainable. There's many ways to do it. One way is, of course, you're doing it on your own, and then you have good installments that you can give every year. Second is, like I did, with encouraging friends and family around you. It doesn't have to be one person. It's one thing to donate your money, and then it's one thing to get other people to also go about you. So it's a larger change. You can get a group of people together. You can get your cousins together and all of your family cousins that are doing a 2010 scholarship. You can get a group of your office people together, and that can be a donation from your organization, or it could be a family donation. So I started talking about it to a few of my friends who have been supportive of AIM for years and years, through silent auctions, through single child sponsorships, and they did it for every single event. They were donating more than the sponsorship every year. So, I'm going, hey, why don't you just do this scholarship? When you are doing a 2010 scholarship, it's more satisfying to know you are taking that child through their entire education. You are guaranteeing them that education for 10 years. You can do a 5, 10, 10, 10, 20, 10. There are endless ways. It's just about making that first step to realizing that I need to do this. And once you do it, like I said, you won't go back. AIM for SEVA says it all. Each one of us has a deep down desire to be able to help others, and the content that you get out of that is everlasting. I believe a community grows together. You cannot just grow alone. It's like a reforming cause. It's about really organizing yourself to know that this segment of my earnings needs to go in towards the community that has given me so much. One of the other things that I love about AIM for SEVA is that they encourage you to go and visit these hostels, these facilities, to see how much happiness you have brought into this world, how you've changed families just by helping that kid with education. And everything is so transparent. The people are really committed. They truly believe in the cause. And as I see how they involve the youth and as the families get involved, it gets better. The ideas get better. The ideas get bigger. They're very inclusive. It's just so beautifully set up. Do what I did. Get your friends together and do a 2010 scholarship. It will be a gift that will keep giving.
Having grown up in both India and Canada, our next speakers learned about the transformative power and importance of education from both sides of the world. As a result, they decided to support AIM for SEVA with full confidence that the opportunity to learn is the driving force behind empowerment and success. Please welcome Anant and Apar Vijay to inspire us with their stories.
First of all, I wanted to say thank you to every single person in this room for attending. Thank you, Dr. Papneja, for giving myself and my brother a couple minutes to speak and tell our story. This is such an incredible cause, and both of us, myself and my brother, have been around AIM for SEVA for many years as a virtue of our parents. They've been extremely supportive and loving, and they said, now it's your time to get up there and make sure that you're also contributing just as we did for over the years. I want to pass it off to Apar to say a few words as well.
Yeah, thank you. Hands down, our parents taught us the value of a quality education. And we were very fortunate to have gone to great schools in Canada and the US. And we don't know where our professional careers would be if we didn't have access to that quality education. And so the two of us thought it was time to move quickly and provide students in India with the same opportunity that we had, because a seed you plant today will only bear fruit later down the line. And these projects do take a lot of time. So we want to help incite that change today for the future.
Obviously, we're a wealth management family, so no thank you speech is complete without some advice and guidance. Tonight, a lot of you have donated with your checks, cash, wallet, but just know that you can also donate your shares in kind, which will effectively make you exempt from capital gains and give you a tax credit, which you can use to buy back the shares, so it doesn't feel like a total loss. The second thing you can do is also donate your life insurance policy. Anyhow, all that to say in a nutshell, there's a myriad of ways, both financially and also through your time, effort, and energy to donate. There's one quote that I know that has shifted the way I think about things. I heard a long time ago that if you plant a seed for a tree that you will not sit under, that's when society will prosper the most. And I hope you take that away, and I hope you find other ways to donate. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
One mic, you guys going to share a mic? Who's going to use it? Sure. Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. They have donated $120,000. They are going to sponsor 20 children for 10 years, every year. That's a $12,000 a year. I must say they are the youngest donor for 2010 scholarships. So give them another big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anant and Apar, Vijay. That was really good. And I think we have more ideas on how we can actually contribute towards education of kids in rural India. So I think we do not have any shortage of methods. It's just your heart, your intention, and you can do it, right? That being said, I want to share with you, there's one initiative that AIM for SEVA volunteers have been leading year after year with a lot of passion, and that is the Maharaja Golf Tournament. This year, this tournament was hosted on July 30th, and it was a sold-out event. We had 144 golfers, and together they all raised $65,000. So can you imagine? So that passion. The tournament was actually organized by the founder, Mr. Ray Khanna, and his co-chair, Dr. Samir Patel. So we encourage you to join next year and also be a part of this great initiative, and also do your part, right? Do whatever you can. As Terry Uncle had already mentioned, we are a volunteer-run organization, and 100% of the proceeds go towards the cause. So there is no payroll, there is no admin cost, everything goes towards the cause. That being said, let's hear it from the chair of our youth or young professional, Mrs. Richa Sharma, and she has to share what the young professionals have been up to.
The Young Professional Committee is a great group of people that work very cohesively. They are very committed, and we're all working towards the same goal, which is raising money to help poor children in India. I think one of the things I really love about working with everyone is that I've learned so much. It's a great learning opportunity, and it's a great way to also meet people from different walks of life and gain different experiences from one another. We get together, we have our regular meetings, we plan the events for the year, the annual walkathon, we help plan the annual golf tournament, and then the annual gala. But more than that, I think we're friends with each other. We don't just talk about AIM for SEVA, we also catch up on each other's lives. We have some good laughs, and we try to make it fun. For me, part of the reason I volunteer my time is so that I can be a better example for my children. I have 2 young kids, and I want them to really understand from a young age how important it is to give back to society, especially those who are underprivileged. Children are the future, so we need to make sure that we're giving all children access to something that is basic. I feel like I'm doing something to contribute to these children's lives. This is one way that I can shape someone else's future. I think the future for Aim for SEVA is great. I can only see us getting better, creating more awareness. I see us finding more creative ways to give back, and every year we try to do something different. If you want to make a difference, come join the young professionals.
Now we are going to watch another hostel inauguration video. In my last trip to India, December 22, we inaugurated this 100 children hostel in Bhanpuri in Chhattisgarh's tribal area. And one of the most exciting thing I find is to watch the donors' joy when they see the first time the hostel building and the children. So the same experience you will have listening to Kotecha family, Kishore and Sudha Kotecha. So let's watch it. Thank you.
Our daughter Sonal, she passed away in 2016, but while she was alive, she always wanted to do something for the benefit of the children.
Sonal was a very good-hearted person, and she always wanted to help others in different ways. And she kept on saying, "Oh, Mom, I want to do SEVA, I want to do SEVA." Most of her day was searching for spirituality. When she passed away, I said, I have to fulfill her wishes of helping others. And since she was also interested in educating children, we ended up donating towards Aim for SEVA.
So that her wishes are fulfilled. Last November was the opening. Both me and my wife went to India and we were there present at the opening of the hostel. It was a wonderful experience. Prior to visiting India, we were told by Dr. Papneja that Swamiji has invited 3,000 people for the lunch for the opening. I was wondering why we are having 3,000 people when it's a small village. Having been to the hostel, we realized the purpose of having those people is to spread the word that the hostel is here for the benefit of the children. It was a wonderful experience. We saw a lot of people. There were some dignitaries were there. We were amazed the work that is done by Swamiji at that hostel and other hostels. The dedication is unmeasurable. You can't measure that.
When we went there, all the children came to pay their respects. The day was beautiful. I was actually crying at that time just to see that all these children are there. Because and I remembered my daughter.
Today there were 105 students and they are all from the nearby villages. They come there, they stay there, they are served 3 meals a day. They are provided all the clothing. There is no cost to the children. They go to the nearby school and to educate the children further. When we were there, I placed to Swamiji that we will donate computers for the benefit of the children. Recently, I saw a picture. All the children had gathered, 20 of them working on the computers. So it was wonderful to see that, they're all participating in what we have provided. I think my daughter would have been overjoyed.
She would be thrilled. She would be thrilled to see the place.
She wanted to do something for the children.
She would have mingled with those children, like she would have been at the top of her mountain or whatever you want to say.
She would have seen what has happened in her name.
She would have been very, very happy to see that the children are benefiting. They will be educated. And I think all this would have given us tremendous satisfaction.
There is so much dedication by Dr. Papneja and Nimi Papneja. They are also inspiration to a lot of people here in making that happen.
Another tremendously successful event was the Walk to Educate on May 28th, where they raised an additional $25,000. Yes, that's worth fun. The event was chaired by Dr. Mitu Mahendra, along with a group of dedicated volunteers. This family-oriented event was attended from children to grandparents, where they enjoyed a picnic luncheon, and scenic walks. There was amazing yoga and a dance hosted by Sankriti Arts. We hope you'll join us next May on the last Sunday. Let's meet two of the volunteers who are most charismatic and successful fundraisers.
This year the walkathon was really fun. We did a warm-up dance at the beginning. My favorite part of the walk was getting the face painting after we were done. The best part of the day for me was enjoying the food and doing the walk with my friends. So I would definitely recommend it to people who haven't done it yet. I think it's very important for kids in rural India to get an education because they should have the same opportunities as we do to learn how to read and write. My favorite part of school is writing, math, and recess. Aim for SEVA builds hostels for kids who either live too far away from school or they can't afford it. If I couldn't get a good education, I wouldn't feel prepared or I wouldn't know what kind of jobs I would get. If I could change one thing about the world, it would be to let everybody have an education and make sure everybody could have the same quality of life. I was very happy with how much money we were able to raise. I made paintings at home, and my Nanu actually suggested to me that I should sell my paintings to help raise money for Aim for SEVA. I reached out to my mom's colleagues and told them about what we were doing and how we did the walkathon, and they were very generous in their donations. My goal this year was to raise $1,800, which is enough to support 3 kids, and I was very happy when I found out that I had exceeded that goal. Our plans for next year, we're gonna make and sell reusable bags for people to use for grocery shopping and other types of shopping. This would be good for the environment. If people want to support Aim for SEVA, I have a website called geopaints.ca where you can purchase some paintings and the money will be going to support kids in India. Support Aim for SEVA.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Labshankar and family. Dr. Labshankar Mehta and family.
Labshankar Mehta's life has been an incredible blend of intelligence, compassion, and dedication. His love of medicine led him from Uganda to the University of London, where he became a doctor. He returned to Uganda and married Kamud. The couple went back to London, where Dr. Mehta studied to become a radiologist. In 1970, they immigrated to Canada, and Lab was accepted into McMaster University, passing both the Medical Council of Canada and Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons exams in 1 year. Dr. Mehta spent 35 years in St. Catharines building his innovative radiology practice and becoming head of his department. Together, he and Kamud raised 2 wonderful sons who have also become respected radiologists and helped welcome 6 grandchildren into the family. Always looking for ways to serve and make meaningful change, the Mehtas found that their goals align very well with Aim for SEVA's commitment to educating rural children in India. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Lab Mehta and his family to the stage.
I'll hold it.
Was Terry going to say anything before?
Afterwards.
No, okay. Okay. Anyway, namaste and hello to everyone present here today. I was in better shape when the photograph behind me was taken. My wife has not been able to join us for today's important event on account of health issues. I would like to quote Swami Dayananda Saraswati. He has said, in the act of giving, you grow, people grow, and the country grows. I think that's very appropriate. I would also like to thank Dr. Terry and Mrs. Nimi Papaneja and numerous donors, including Mike Lakhani, who have inspired me to create an endowment fund with the aim of making education possible for underprivileged children in rural and tribal areas of India. This will enrich both their lives as well as their families. For this charitable project, my entire family has been very supportive. Most of them are present here on this stage. This fund is invested and managed in Canada. A portion of the income that is generated will educate a significant number of disadvantaged children, and the remaining income is reinvested so that the fund will continue to grow.
This will educate more children, almost 60 children every year and thereafter. This would uplift many generations of children and their families. My wife and myself are very happy to be a part of this. I sincerely appreciate your attention and listening to me this evening. I hope everyone enjoys the remaining part of this fantastic event. Thank you.
One second. Ladies and gentlemen, wow. We have $1 million of donation. It deserves a standing ovation. Have enough word to say to thank you to Dr. Mehta and the family. And I must say, they are all three generations are already involved with the Aim for Seva. Sapna, Seema, and all the grandchildren, they work tirelessly to make this event very successful, whole year around. And we have so much gratitude for them. So thank you very much. His $1 million will be endowment fund, or there may be a hostel and endowment fund combination will be decided later. But as far as he's concerned, he has donated $1 million for us. So thank you. We really appreciate it. Yes.
Big thanks to Dr. Mehta and family. Thank you so much for your generosity. That was amazing. Thank you again.
Thank you. Next, what we need is a tremendous round of applause for all the volunteers, for all the donors. A big, hearty thank you to all of them.
I love you all. दोस्तों, ना कोई मंजिल है, ना कोई
कोई साथी है जाने जाना ढूंढे तुझे दीवाना सपनों में रोज आए आ जिंदगी में आना सनम चल छैया 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 सारी इश्क की जाओ चल छैया छैया सारी इश्क की जाओ चल छैया पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया छैया पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 शौक नजर के जो पेच लड़ाने जाएगी यार बहन के इतना ज़ेवर कहना तेज हवा से बच के रहना गिर जाए तो फिर ना कहना झुमका गिरा ले हाय झुमका ओए झुमका हाय झुमका झुमका
What झुमका?
What झुमका What झुमका झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के बाजार में झुमका गिरा रे बरेली के बाजार में झुमका गिरा रे
What झुमका?
बदतमीजी एक बीमारी ऐसी बीमारी जो धीरे धीरे वक्त के साथ बुढ़ापे में बदल जाती है मैं कहता हूं जब तक बुढ़ापा नहीं आता थोड़ी बदतमीजी ही कर लेते
तन मन गंगा रे जिंदा बंदा मो तन मन झूमर घूमर जादर वाले जीना जाने जो दिल की माने जो कर दे ठाने जो जिंदा बंदा हो अरे कर दे ठाने जो जिंदा बंदा हो तन मन झूमर घूमर जादर वाले
We would also like to take a quick moment to thank some of our sponsors who, without them, we would not have such a successful event. Specifically, a big thank you to our 3 gold sponsors, that is National Bank, Home Equity Bank, and 123 Dentists. Beautiful. What we'd like to do is take a moment to bring up representatives from each of our sponsors and show a appreciation of our gratitude. So, I'd like to invite from Home Equity Bank, Mr. Atul Chandra. And from National Bank, Mr. David Skirka.
And can we call upon Dr. Amin Shivji, CEO, Dr. Naveen Varma, who's the VP, and Dr. Chandan Advani, who's the VP at 123 Dentist.
Again, a very big round of applause for all the gold sponsors. Thank you so much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, while we were having dinner, a birdie came over to our table and whispered something in our ears. So, we'd like to share that with you. So, we're going to take you to table number 3 in this hall. So, Sanjay, you ready
Field
to go?
trip,
Let's
field
go.
trip.
And Terry, uncle?
It's right there.
So we have Mr. and Mrs. Modi, so Mr. Hemant Modi, Mrs. Shalini Shrivastava Modi, Arav and Anshul, and they have generously offered to do a 510 donation this evening. So thank you. Can we have you guys stand up, please? Woo! Thank you so much. So just so you know, this donation adds up to $30,000. So thank you so much, Modi family. We really appreciate it. And guess what? While we were waiting again, we had another birdie whisper to us that we have somebody from table number 11 who is also interested. So let's walk over to table 11. There we go. Okay. So we have Dr. Vimales Kapoor and Mrs. Seema Ravla, who have also generously offered to do a 510 donation this evening, which again adds up to another $30,000. So thank you so much. Can we have you stand up, please? A big round of applause for them, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, it's so heartwarming to see all these generous people and our guests today. Thank you so much.
All right.
So drum roll, it's time for the raffle draw. Thank you, DJ.
You're the winner of third prize. Do we have a... So do we give them... Now we have a draw for the second prize, which is worth $2,500.
All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone, and they say, do you need...
Now we're going to do the first prize. Any taker? Anybody? 2045. Dr. Terry Papneja. Now this is cooked.
Guys, I won the first prize of $4,000. I am going to donate back to the charity, and you can bid on it on Giverji. We are going to list it there, and you will bid on it, and whosoever wins it is fine. It's a $4,000 cash value. So you don't lose anything, even you can build up to $4,000. That way more, and more is better. Thank you.
But I want to do the live auction. I want to do the live auction. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do a live auction. Okay, but I need you to keep an eye on the hands. Who's going to raise the hand? All right, we got $4,000 worth of ticket. Who's going to give me 2,000, 2,000, 2,000? Who's going to be 2,000? I need $2,000. There's the 2,000. Now I need 2,500, 2,500. Who's going to give me 2,500? Anybody 2,500? Please raise your. There, I got 2,500. I need $3,000. Who's going to give me 3,000? I need $3,000. Who's going to give me that? Please, $3,000. Anybody? There, 3,000. Okay, I need 3,500, 3,500. Who's going to give me 3,500? 3,500. It's a $4,000 prize. I only asked you for 3,500. 3,500, Sam? Sam, 3,500? No? Anybody? 3,500. I need 3,500. Who's going to give me 3,500? Anybody? No? 3,000 sold.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Thank
By
you
the way,
so much, guys. Thank you.
for
Receiving a gift from someone is a wonderful thing. but some gifts can actually change a person's life forever. Aim for SEVA has changed the lives of many children and their families. By giving children this opportunity, you have illuminated a new beacon in society, because giving a rural child in India an education means we all have a brighter future. Your gift hasn't just changed the life of one child. Through Aim for SEVA, you have brought light to darkness and replaced despair with hope, and your continued generosity will change the world forever. Thank you.